UFO sightings are seen by thousands of people across the world, but for some the encounter doesn't stop after the craft has left the scene. There have been some individuals that have gone on to detail mysterious encounters days, weeks and even months after the initial sighting. UFO researchers who have looked into these claims have said that sometimes people can be marked, and when this happens it causes them to experience crafts and beings much more frequently than before the initial sighting. This is a subject that eyewitnesses and skeptics don't agree on. Skeptics will say these encounters and subsequent events can be easily explained, and that the majority of the time they have a natural explanation. However, eyewitnesses have said that in some of these cases these sightings have gone on to change their life, and this is exactly what happened to one person I contacted. She requested that I keep her name private, so to make things easy I will call her Anna. I saw an interesting post that Anna had put out, and she detailed that after experiencing something strange when she was young, she started to notice that strange marks would be left on her body. She said the following: "Where this all started to my knowledge was during school. When I was in elementary school I would have this dream at least twice a month. I would wake up and felt like it happened. In fact, I know it happened. I would go with several other children and families in some sort of bubble-like thing, and we'd go to this community where there was other children and families. The community was all in a dome of glass. Everything was so colourful and vivid. The domes housed families and there was long stretches that you'd walk on to get to other places. The domes had that iridescent rainbow like bubbles have. I remember there was no sun, only dark sky, but you could see just fine. Like there was sun shining. It was like the light came from underneath. It wasn't a frightening dream. I used to wake up in different parts of the house or on the floor, or with my head at the foot of my bed. I still have these overwhelming feelings of being watched, especially at night. Fast forward to now and it started to happen again. The flashes never stop. Flashes of sometimes silver, golden, purple and blue lights. Loud pitch humming sounds in my ear along with a weird pressure change. Waking up exhausted and feeling my heart race and feeling my body shake. My husband says he can feel the bed shake when I'm waking up in the morning, so I know I'm actually shaking. Now these marks have started to appear on my body. I haven't had the marks since I was a child. I don't have a bad or negative feeling about this. I don't think I'm trying to be harmed. I now finally have a name for the hole-like marks I would get randomly. I call them scoop marks. I always explain them as holes. I have had one on my inner forearm for the longest time. Now I have this one on my forehead. I used to get 3 small red marks, and they look like blood under the skin. The dots formed a perfect triangle. I've had abductions since I was a child and I'm over it. I want to know what they want. Why me? I'm blood type O negative, so is my husband and children. My husband thinks I'm crazy as he's never had anything like this, nor does he believe in it. I've had abductions before, but they were never as scary as this one. It started off with me being in this huge sterile building with windows all around. It was nothing but darkness outside. I was walking at first and I felt uneasy, but I thought I was just there to visit and look around. It was lots of grey metal, dark blue and white. Think of a hospital but made from glass and metal piping. There were 2 floors, but the top floor only went halfway across. So as I was being led through the building, I peeked up there and saw big lights like operation or dentist lights, and there was also hospital beds. After I saw those, I somewhat panicked. I was then brought to a bed and told that they needed to find something inside me. I don't remember resisting, but I somehow ended up in the bed. The lady that was in charge of me put some kind of small patch on my upper arm and said it will calm me down. I felt myself getting really groggy, but was still conscious. I don't remember the IV being hooked up, but I saw it. It was a yellow liquid. She laid on my bed and she must have laid it back too far because my sinuses filled up with a yellow liquid, and it started to drip from my nose. I blew it out and then started to feel a little better. She wanted me to sit up and said something out loud, but I couldn't understand her. All along I was being instructed mentally, not verbally. As she was sitting me up, I somehow escaped. I remember pulling the IV and getting out of bed. I ran to the door of this building and opened the door and woke up in my bed." End quote. She has since been confused about these mysterious symbols that appeared on her body. Interestingly, when she shared her story, others said to her that they've had the same thing happen to them, and that when they dream of being abducted they wake up to find these strange markings on their body, noting that they only last for a few days before vanishing and leaving a small scar. Due to the markings appearing after having these strange abduction dreams, it's caused some to think that the two events might be linked. Others have said the symbols only appear when they have these strange dreams of being taken into crafts, and that when they appear in their body they always seem to be perfect, and that it doesn't look like these could form during the middle of the night, as they don't match typical scratches or things like bed bugs. So what do you guys make of these strange stories? And have you ever experienced anything similar? If you have, what do you think is causing them? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below, and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.